My name is Daniel. I'm the CEO and founder of Zeek. We are a retail currency exchange. Basically, into small words, we're selling retail money online. I can do a good job explaining exactly what we do, but I want to give Martin Lewis, which is the biggest money-saving expert in the UK, a chance to explain what we do. He's broadcasting this over primetime TV in the UK, and his English is better and is nicer looking, so.
There's an online gift voucher marketplace called Zeek, where people can put unwanted gift vouchers and cards for sale at less than the face price. For example, last time I checked, there was a £150 Mango gift card costing £126, or a £200 Build-A-Bear gift card costing 140 quid. And as these are gift vouchers and cards, once you get them, they count as cash. So if there are any other discounts on in the store, they can be used in conjunction. Of course, you may be able to buy vouchers and cards on eBay too, but it doesn't have the veracity check that a website like Zeek does. Now I'm telling you all about it. If you all go and rush to see what's available, the stock will disappear very quickly.
Okay, so what is Martin talking about is actually is buying gift cards not as a gift, but for him to use for himself. So this use case is widely known in the prepaid industry, and First Data gave out some interesting data about it in the past few months, showing that over 60% on a very broad range of ages buy gift cards for self-use, usually at a discount to be used as a payment method online or in-store. So, if this is a gift card and it's not used for gifting, so what are we talking about? So what are we talking about here is retail currency. These are retailers that are issuing money to be sold to end consumers, usually at a discount for self-use, online and in-store. So, it is a big market, an okay market, and it's growing fast, mainly driven by the self-use use case. And this use case is widely abundant all over the world. So if it's the US or Europe, Asia, Africa, Latin America, it's supposed to grow fourfold in the next 5 years, mainly driven by self-use. So our play within this game is simple. We want to turn retail currency into a primary payment method by removing obstacle, removing friction, and providing a very slick and efficient product to end consumers. We today service two types of customers. So we have the customers that are selling the gift cards. They're selling them at a discount to other customers and getting money in return. But mostly we work directly with all the major retailers. So we connect directly to the retailers and we provide efficient, safe distribution for their currency directly to end consumers to be used as payment methods in their stores online and in-store. 20% of our sales is originating from consumers that are selling, 80% is coming directly from retailers, and of course this bit is growing in percentage and in volume. For consumers, the game is simple. We just save them a whole lot of money. We're basically the only way they can sell their gift cards and get cash for it outside of the US. It's safe, it's fast, they get paid out fast, they get our security that will provide them the safety of selling this online. The most interesting story is actually of the retailers. So retailers here have a very interesting play. They have a positive unit economics of every dollar they load into their currency. So they make money just by loading money onto prepaid. On top of that, it creates huge uplift. So researchers show that it's about 38 to 40% uplift on the average basket. Brand loyalty, marketing elements are also very strong here. User acquisition costs, this is one of the cheapest user acquisition costs for the retailers today, for new customers to come into the store. And on top of all of that, the processing cost of this prepaid, because it's not based on banking rails, it's not cheap. It's almost zero. And there's no fraud. So you can understand why retailers push this payment method so strongly and why this is going to grow 4 times to a $3 trillion industry in 4 to 5 years. So we've launched our service in the UK at the end of 2015, so a bit more than 2 years now. We had good growth. Not easy, but good growth. We grossed almost $90 million in sales last year, with $7 million in net revenue, with a 70% gross margin. So the model works. It's not a huge margin business. It's payments processing, but at a decent margin. We're backed by VCs, raised $18 million to date. And the journey was difficult because we stumbled upon many obstacles, most of them very difficult and very hard to even understand where to start. Those 3 points that I have here are actually obstacles that turned into huge advantages for us. So the first one was actually balancing supply and demand. So you can obviously understand if you're working on a peer-to-peer system, the supply is irregular. You cannot control it. So by tapping into retailers directly, going to the top-tier retailers, signing direct strategic agreements with these monsters, in the past 2 years, we were able to sign up 70%, even more than the active retailers in Europe. And I'm talking only about the big ones. We don't work with small retailers. We sell money online for self-use with immediate redemption. You can imagine this is like a fraud haven. Everyone wants a piece of it. And when we started in the UK on our first day, we had 24 transactions. 100% of them were fraud on the first day. So I don't know how they found out, but there you go. So we had to develop a lot of internal capabilities because the margins are not big, so we need to have this knowledge and technology within the company. And today we're able to stop over 99% of the inbound fraud. Numbers that are better than any traditional merchant or retailer that sells goods online and resell money online. Trust. We don't sell any goods. We only sell money, so you need to trust us that we will deliver on the money that you spent with us. So we did a lot of work, and Martin Lewis is just one example of how we build trust and gain a positioning that is very different from any other. My time is up. I'll skip this. I want to say one thing that is more important than anything. I don't know who knows about Tmura here. Tmura is a non-profit that operates in Israel. It basically says giving back. And you donate, as a startup, you donate equity to Tmura. And the day you have a successful liquidation event, they will donate this money to charity. And we're on board, a lot of very good companies in Israel on board, and just what I want to say is that donating and contributing to your ecosystem, to your community, is a critical part of doing business, and I urge anyone here that has any kind of company to do the same with Tmura or any other. So thank you very much.